Today in Taipei, a Taiwanese woman received a hefty prison sentence for a chilling poisoning plot.
Hi, I'm Garrett.
And I'm Leah. Welcome to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett here in Taipei. First up, a local resident, Yang Chin-ping, received 11 years and 2 months after the court found she poisoned Australian exchange student Alex Shorey with rat poison. Prosecutors say she laced his drinks on 3 occasions in 2023. The court called her actions premeditated and egregious, meaning planned ahead and extremely serious. Timeline-wise, investigators believe the poisoning began around March 2023, and by April 2023, Shorey's father was preparing to take him back to Australia for urgent treatment because his symptoms were severe. Yang denied the charges and even claimed the poison was for her own use because she missed her late husband. The judges said there was no genuine remorse shown.
Not gonna lie, that's chilling. Poison turns a relationship into a crime scene. It's silent, it's sneaky, and it shows a total disregard for human life. Rat poison often acts as an anticoagulant, preventing blood from clotting and causing internal bleeding. Using that on someone you know is beyond the pale, which aligns with the court calling it premeditated.
Why would someone go that route? Of all choices, why poison?
I guess because it's covert. People think it hides intent, but medical clues and timelines often connect the dots, and courts take that intent very seriously. Next up, China's military is testing new gray zone tactics near Taiwan. Gray zone means actions that stop short of open war but still ratchet up pressure. Think constant probing to wear down defenses. Defense analyst Chieh Chung, who follows regional security developments, reports prolonged helicopter flights and what looked like helicopter-drone coordination near our air defense zones. The Ministry of National Defense, Taiwan's defense authority, detected these moves, including a helicopter crossing the Taiwan Strait median line and lingering. That's the informal halfway boundary both sides usually avoid crossing. This is the first time we've seen that kind of helicopter presence and duration since 2022, which raises alarms. They could be rehearsing air assault training, basically practice for inserting troops by air. It's pressure without firing a shot, but it still changes the daily risk picture.
That's significant. It's pressure by persistence. For anyone hearing terms like 8IZ, that's the Air Defense Identification Zone airspace where Taiwan asks approaching aircraft to identify themselves for security. So why now, do you think?
Analysts say it's about testing responses and normalizing their presence. If they can stretch the median line norm without a direct clash, they notch up leverage. Bottom line, vigilance matters, and quick detection plus calm, consistent responses are the playbook here.
Next up, Taipei and the other 5 major municipalities are backing tougher Food Safety Act amendments after the contaminated cooking oil scandal involving Central Union Oil, a local edible oil manufacturer. A cabinet-convened meeting in July, chaired by Chen Shih-chung, a minister without portfolio who coordinates cross-ministry efforts, focused on 3 fixes: source management, process oversight, and digital governance. In plain terms, track where ingredients come from, control how they're processed, and use digital tools for traceability. Kaohsiung's mayor suggested classifying food businesses by risk so inspections match the level of danger. Taichung's mayor wants broader consultation before rollout so the rules are practical. The scandal exposed real gaps. Some samples showed excessive benzopyrene, a carcinogen that forms when oils are overheated or incompletely combusted. The Taiwan FDA has since said all remaining untested Central Union oil samples from April to June passed. An independent panel will do on-site checks, and the FDA plans rule changes requiring more company self-inspections and third-party verification. That's the kind of detail that closes loopholes.
I'm all about that perspective. Get the definitions tight and the data digital, and enforcement gets faster and fairer. If you classify by risk, high volume or higher heat processes get more frequent checks. That's sensible. Traceability, meaning you can follow a bottle of oil back to the exact batch and date, is how you move from recall confusion to recall precision.
Why do these gaps keep showing up in the first place?
Supply chains are complex. Without clear definitions and shared data, Problems hide in the handoffs. The proposed rules aim to light up every step so nothing slips by. Next up, a dramatic sea rescue. Taiwan's Coast Guard saved 6 crew members from the fishing vessel Yongfu 188 after a fire northeast of Pengjia Islet. That's a small islet off the coast of Keelung. The boat caught fire in July. The crew abandoned ship onto a life raft and drifted for nearly 10 hours. A distress call reached the Coast Guard about 3 a.m. By 5 a.m., the vessel had sunk despite firefighting attempts. All 6 were rescued in stable condition and brought to Keelung port for checks. The boat carried about 2,000 liters of fuel. An oil slick was spotted, and patrol ship CGA 1033 is monitoring for environmental impact. Cause of the fire is under investigation. Quick note, fires at sea spread fast because of confined spaces, fuel, and heat buildup, so early evacuation and a clear mayday are critical.
That one gave me chills. Major credit to the Coast Guard for getting there in the dark and finding a life raft in rough conditions. And yes, sustained monitoring for the oil slick matters. Even a smaller spill can harm local fisheries and birds, so keeping boom lines and skimmers ready makes a big difference. Last up, some good news. Taipei ranks 14th best student city globally and 5th in Asia in the new QS rankings. QS, or Quacquarelli-Simons, is a UK-based higher education analytics firm that compares cities by university performance, student mix, desirability, employer activity, affordability, and student views. Taipei scores especially well on affordability. International students here pay about $4,700 annually in tuition on average. The city's strengths include reliable public transit, high-quality medical and public health systems, and strong job pathways in IT and finance. National Taiwan University is our top local institution at 54th globally. Other Taiwan cities on the list include Hsinchu, Taichung, and Kaohsiung. Students also praised inclusion and how welcoming the city feels, which is huge when you're relocating for study.
Love that. Taipei brings solid academics plus daily life perks like safe late-night transit and street food that doesn't break the bank. That hits different. For students, affordable rent, reliable Wi-Fi, and internships in growing sectors are a trifecta. That's pretty cool, right? Thanks for tuning in to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett in Taipei. Stay informed and see you tomorrow.